Hi everyone, welcome to my channel. My name's Anna and here we talk about all things motherhood, the joys and the struggles. Today here is gloomy. I'm looking out the window and it's gray and it was windy. I was out running errands earlier and I'm cold and sleepy. So I've got some tea that is pretty much gone because it's so good and my blanket. And we are going to be talking about how I find motivation as a stay-at-home mom. So on gloomy days like today, it is very hard for me to stay motivated. I love curling up on the couch with my blanket and a good book and a mug of tea, and I don't know why I'm still holding this because it is now empty, so I will set that down now. I love being a stay-at-home mom, but there are definitely days, especially gloomy days like today, where it's hard for me to stay motivated. All I want to do is throw in a movie for the kids, keep them occupied, lay on the couch, scroll through social media, read a book, take a nap. And when those days come along, it's really hard for me to stay motivated, get on top of things, do the chores that need to be done, and be present for the kids in my house. I know I'm not alone in this. I know I'm not the only mom who struggles with motivation. So I just wanted to share with you some of the things I do that help me get a little bit more motivated. But I first want to say that I never had a very good concept of what motivation was. I always thought it was something you got and then you had, and now I'm motivated for life. A YouTuber that I stumbled upon earlier this year completely changed my mindset of what motivation is. Her name is Sarah Therese, and she's a mom in Canada with 3 super adorable children. She made the point, and I'm not going to word it as beautifully as she did, that motivation isn't something you get and you always have. Motivation is something that you keep working on. You're not just going to be able to find motivation somewhere else. I can't motivate you. She can't motivate me. Motivation comes from the inside, and it's something we have to work on daily. So, that being said, there are things that I can do daily, and even more so on days I don't feel motivated, that help me to find that motivation inside myself. So after hearing that, it kind of clicked that I can't look for motivation in other places. I have to find it in myself, and that's discipline is really what motivation is. So I started paying attention to things that lifted my spirits and helped me stay on top of things, and then I made a list and I try to do those things when I am not feeling motivated. So on a gloomy day like today, when I don't want to do anything, I have a list in my little journal with ideas of how I can get myself back on track. And so I just wanted to share those with you, and maybe you do the same things. I don't think they're revolutionary, but some of them might be new to you. So the first thing I do, and honestly this one's kind of oversaid, but people say it for a reason because it's true, is I start my morning right. The days that I struggle with the most are the days that I didn't have a good morning. So for me, and this is different for most people, but I really encourage people to wake up before their kids. For a long time I didn't do this. I let the kids wake me up. Even when I just had one, I would let Heidi wake me up, and then I didn't have any time to myself, and it was immediately child needing me. That's just not a very good way to start my day for me personally. I need some time for myself. I need to get maybe a few things done before the kids wake up, and that gives me time to at least start off the day, and I know I can check at least 1 or 2 things off my list before the kids wake up. Granted, if I'm already having a bad day, like today, I can't go back and restart. That's just something I try to do daily that will give me a solid foundation for motivation. Now, if I didn't get to get up early, or I did get up early and it really didn't help, or if I'm just having a bad day, I do have other options to help me get back on track. And one of them is to just put on a happy scent. I'm very much a scent-oriented person, and I love warm, beautiful scents, and for some reason, I just realized this, I always thought those were only like fall and winter month scents, so I would like use these fresh and springy and florally scents that are okay but not my favorite through spring and summer, and I enjoyed them, but it was like meh. And then as soon as one leaf starts changing colors, I break out those warm scents and I put on my pumpkin candle, and suddenly I want to clean everything. If I have a beautiful scent floating through the house, I have more energy, I am in a better mood, I am more inclined to get things done. And it seems kind of silly. There's got to be some sort of science behind it why my brain reacts well to scents, but maybe yours does too. So try, a lot of people do essential oils and get a lot of success with those. They're not really my thing. I use them sometimes, but find a candle. Go sniff every candle in the store and find one that you absolutely love and burn it when you need a little bit of extra oomph. The next thing that really helps me get motivated is to just clean the kitchen. And for you, it might be a different room, I don't know, but for me, if the kitchen is a mess, my brain is a mess. I cannot function at full capacity when the kitchen's a mess. It does not really take that long to do. Wash some dishes, pick up the food on the floor, sweep them, wipe down cabinets. It doesn't take a whole lot of time, but just having that one space that's under control gives me a sense of peace. And once I start cleaning, it's easy to just keep going. Especially if I'm not motivated to clean specifically, cleaning the kitchen first helps me find the motivation to clean the other rooms. Having one room clean and in order and looking beautiful and smelling nice, because my cleaners are also worm scented, which is hard to find. Having that beautiful kitchen done helps calm my mind so that I'm able to then do other things, at least with a better attitude. Another thing I like to do when I'm lacking the motivation but have a lot of things on my to-do list is to play a video while I'm doing them. So if I'm washing dishes, I'll put up my stand and put my iPad in it, and I'll watch YouTube videos of women that inspire me. Women like Sarah Therese, Bethany Fontaine, and Lepke's Life are amazing. I will link their YouTube channels down below so you can check them out. They are very inspiring to me. They have all different kinds of videos about being a mom, about being a wife, some minimalism stuff, a lot of day in the life videos, and just watching those gives me a little bit of inspiration and some good ideas too. Especially Sarah Therese, and I know I mentioned her earlier in this video, she has given me a lot of great ideas on how I can better communicate with my children and be more present with them. Watching her is really, I would say, has really improved my parenting. Oh, if I could ever meet Sarah Therese, it would be a beautiful day. So definitely check her out. But watching these women parent, in their day in the life videos, or watching them struggle, watching them clean their house, listening to them talk about ideas they have and ways that they handle situations with their children, that really gives me some inspiration and really pushes me to be a better mom, because I see and I hear these women being very beautiful and loving mothers, and it makes me want to do the same. So if I have a chance, if I'm folding laundry or putting laundry away or wiping down cabinets, doing dishes, things that I can still listen or watch, and a lot of times I just treat them like podcasts. I don't even watch them, I'm just listening to them in the background. Those ladies have really helped me build more discipline in my life. Discipline is what feeds motivation, because if I'm not disciplined to make sure I do these things, make sure I talk this way to my children, make sure I get this done in the house every day, if I don't have that discipline already in me, I'm not going to be motivated to do those things anyway. So watching these women and how they run their lives and how they treat their children and their family has inspired me to be more disciplined in my life, and that sense of discipline is what motivates me to keep going. So if you need some more mama inspiration, go check those women out. They're amazing, and I really think you'll love them. Okay, so the next idea I want to share with you, I'm really nervous about. I'm kind of embarrassed about it, actually. It's something I've always done since I was a kid, and I think it sounds pretty childish, but it works for me, and I've got to share it because I think it could work for some of you guys as well, and it's to use your imagination. Oh, it sounds so silly. I feel like I'm blushing. I do this. It started when I was really young and I watched Cinderella, and there's that scene where she's scrubbing the floors and the bubbles come up and I'm pretty sure she's singing. I've only seen Cinderella like twice, but that scene stuck in my head, and she's cleaning and singing and her life is so rough. And so from that point on, every time I had to clean the house as a young kid, I was Cinderella. I was scrubbing and singing, usually out loud. Oh, poor Cinderella. But I can do this because I'm a hardworking woman. And those were things I said to myself to help make it more fun to clean. And it's not just for cleaning. I've continued to do this into adulthood. It never occurred to me to stop. I'm not sure. I haven't really talked to anybody else about this, so I don't know if other people let their imaginations go crazy when they're doing mundane tasks. But for me, it really, really helps. When I'm cleaning, I don't really think of Cinderella anymore, but now I imagine, what if this was a clean with me vlog, and I'm going to post this to Instagram or YouTube, and all my millions of subscribers are going to see it, and that motivates me. If I am pretending that there's a video camera on me, then yeah, I'm going to be cleaning faster, I'm going to be cleaning well, I'm going to be cleaning with a smile on my face, I might dance to the music I've got playing. It works. It sounds so weird. If I really don't want to work out, you know what I pretend? That I'm Black Widow and that I have to work out so I can beat up Thanos and his alien army, and I get after it. Even if it's yoga, hey, Black Widow is super flexible. I'm sure she does yoga, just saying. And just having that sense of like, I'm a superhero and I'm a secret spy assassin gives me a little bit of, I don't know, sass and attitude to get after my workout a little bit more. If I'm not feeling like a good mom today, if I just am feeling angry towards the kids, or I just want to sit on the couch and not pay attention to them, or only do the things on my list and not play with them at all, again, I pretend, what if this was a day in the life vlog, and I've got a camera going on and people are watching me with my children. And it changes my attitude completely, because I've got to put on a good face if there's a camera watching. So it works. I pretend this is a day in the life vlog. I don't talk to a camera or anything, but I do imagine if my life was a day in the life vlog, what would it look like? And if I had to videotape my life, videotape? Did I just say videotape? If I had to record my life, I wouldn't want it to be a bunch of shots of me sitting on the couch, or a bunch of shots of me doing all the chores and ignoring the children literally clutching to my legs, or shots of me yelling at them, or shots of me gritting my teeth and talking to them like this, which I do. But that's not what I would want my day in the life vlog to look like. So just imagining that I am vlogging, which I've never actually done, helps me to be in a better attitude and to spend more quality time with my children. I sit in front of a window and there's a cat out there, just this beautiful black kitty. He's gonna come check out my raspberry bushes. Oh, he made eye contact. Well, as you can see here, the sun is finally coming out. I almost don't need this blanket. I'm getting kind of warm now. It's glorious. Anyway, that was wildly distracting. I'm not sure where I was. I know I just divulged the fact that I pretend and use my imagination in my day like a child, but let me know in the comments if you do this. Do you pretend during your day? Are you using your imagination when you're doing mundane tasks? Because I can't be the only one, right? Let me know. The last thing I do to help with my motivation, and this is again a daily thing, like getting up early in the morning, is I use a bullet journal. I first got into bullet journaling when my mom told me about it. Shout out to my mom. She gave me one of her old journals and I started using it a little bit, and I had so much I wanted to put in there, and I would look up all these Pinterest ideas of weekly spreads and monthly spreads and all these different ideas and habit trackers, and I just wanted to put so much in it. I got one of these ginormous ones, and it's very thick and nice, and you can see I'm almost done with it actually. And it has really helped me to be more organized. I tried lots of different types of calendars. When I was in high school, I didn't use a planner or agenda at all. That stresses me out now as an adult. I don't know how I managed to keep anything in line as a high schooler. How did I get my assignments in on time? I'm not sure. And then in college, I started using a planner more just to kind of keep track of assignments and when they were due. And then when I got married, I started using literally a daily calendar. And I kept up with that while I was in school. That system with that daily agenda really worked well for me when I was in college. But when I graduated, I kind of fell out of using it. I tried to keep up with it, but I didn't have something like a deadline pushing me. And I really thrive on deadlines, and I think it's because I'm a procrastinator. So if there's no end date, if there's no due date, it's not ever going to get done. I'm just going to keep pushing it off. Anything I need to do around the house or anything like that, if I didn't have an end date for it, it probably wasn't going to get done. So anyway, when my mom introduced the idea of bullet journaling to me and I looked on Pinterest and got all these ideas, I decided to try it. And I think the reason it works so well for me is because I've invested time in setting this up. I mean, I spent most of these spreads, I spent a significant amount of time on. Look at this one, isn't it beautiful? And it was like an artistic outlet for me too, which I love. Spending time on this and investing time in these spreads and getting it set up just how I like and trying different things keeps me using it. I put time into this journal and I'm gonna stinking use it. I made this spread look beautiful. It's aesthetically pleasing to me. I can make it whatever theme and whatever color I like. And this has really helped me stay motivated. I can put down on every day the things I want to get done every single day. And sometimes I'll do a habit tracker for that, and sometimes I'll just put it on the day. I can make a running list of everything I want to get done, and it keeps me on track. If I'm got free time or I'm feeling bored, I can always look at this and I will see, well, that's why you've got free time. You have these 6 things that need to be done. And it really helps me stay on top of my tasks. It's another one of those things that helps with discipline. Using this keeps me disciplined, makes it a habit to do these things every day. It helps me make sure I get laundry done on certain days, get rooms cleaned on certain days, And the discipline of knowing I need to do those things helps motivate me to do them well and to do them in a timely fashion. Well guys, that's it for today's video. That's all I have for you. I hope you found it interesting and hopefully helpful. If you liked this video, please give me a thumbs up. And if you want to know more about me and my journey with motherhood, you can subscribe and hit the bell icon if you want to be notified every time I post, which will be every single Friday. Bye guys!